All right, welcome to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. All right, Dom, let's just get you. Do you want to get right into it? Anything crazy happening to you this weekend that we need to talk about, or anything you want to just preamble about before we get started?
No, I had a chill weekend. All I did was went to Pilates class and edited a lot over the weekend. And
You finally got that mug done.
what'd you say?
I say you finally got that one done.
Yeah, y'all know I've been on a brief hiatus from my personal podcast where I connect with people and we talk about different things. And we did an album review of Beyonce's, Cowboy Carter. And I've just been going through it. And Daryl tried to help me. And I figured out with that one program, apparently the videos cannot be longer than 10 minutes. So
What?
I'm guessing that's what it was. I have no idea, but it doesn't make sense because it's like technically like the program is free. You can do a pro version. And so I was like looking to do the pro version of that just for that project. And it didn't make sense because like you pretty much had everything. But then as I did a deeper dive, it was like, oh, it can't be longer than that. I was like, that's stupid as hell. But whatever. It's done. It's still taking forever to upload. And it's likely, we here. I'll be back on Whiskey Sour, y'all. Yeah, we here. But I saw my nieces and my nephew over the weekend, and that was a joy. So, yeah.
All right, nothing happened with me. It was just
Yes.
hum. Nothing besides, this right here.
Did what is oh, shit.
That was it. That's all. Surviving Diddy, part 5. We've had an intermediate.
Are you sure it's not part like 10?
Right, no, it was what we've officially called, like we had segments Surviving Diddy, just to update, but we just deep dive and talk. This is 5.
Okay, I feel like we had Surviving Diddy part 10, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna let you have it because
so the other ones are like the in between things.
That's still surviving.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying that's some bonus footage. That's the behind the scenes. The alternative endings. Those I felt like those were them. We only did 10 minutes. This is. Okay, man. So
CNN.
We're not gonna be laughing, y'all. It's just funny this because me and Dom, if y'all have been keeping up with us with this, we've been on Surviving Diddy. This is finna be 7 or 8 months. We did a first Surviving Diddy before the allegations that Cassie dropped before with Keefe D. That's the original Surviving Diddy episode. And that's how we started this series. It was gonna be this one episode, us just deep diving, and then it turned into a whole nother thing.
I have no words. And I think mainly because we knew what it was. I've spoke about different things. You spoke about different things. But it's always different when you see things. It's always different when you see things. And I want people to understand that this isn't something where it's like, oh, could that be him? No, it's him. And then when you see Cassie tiptoe to the elevator, and you can see it's like she's trying to creep out. And seeing that this whole thing go down in this hallway, like of this hotel, it's just mind blowing to me. It's very mind blowing. And also I can understand how this could be very traumatic for her to have to get online and see that this is plastered everywhere and she having to relive a traumatic experience that happened to her, several years ago. So I definitely, this is just crazy. And I just, Black people, I think we need to have a conversation.
Okay.
I don't think we need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation.
Okay.
Because there are many of you guys in the comments that are saying, well, what did she do? Men and women. And we always say that, oh, Black people are always against each other. Well, no, that's not true. I said it here before, some people could just be terrible human ass beings. There's no agenda, especially when it comes to Diddy. Like, come on, there's no agenda. And he wasn't calling for unity and bringing this forefront together and bringing people together. He was not. So let's stop there. He was not going to buy a network. And the wild thing about all of this is we're so used, because abuse, pain, trauma has been indoctrinated in our culture so much, and we think that a lot of things cannot exist without experiencing heartache, pain, any sort of drama when it comes to anything in life, right?
Yeah.
But people don't always do things for things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, we're gonna say this for the third time. Diddy is likely just a terrible ass human being.
Ain't no likely at this point, because we can go ahead and affirm that.
We're gonna say that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I challenge a lot of you guys, and many of you guys don't have the brain cells or the capacity to understand what we're even talking about or what we're saying, but y'all gotta stop that shit. Because y'all like to get your ass beat. Y'all like to cry to y'all homegirls that's sick of y'all shit, and y'all like to, hit up y'all homeboys and talk about what May did to you. She keyed your car again because y'all like the drama. Everybody don't like that. And wrong is wrong. There's no way this man chased her down the hallway, pulled her by her hair, beat her ass in a towel, a bath towel. Because somebody was trying to get away from you, and you guys are always saying, why didn't she leave? Why didn't she leave? Do you guys not understand the basics? Understanding domestic abuse is not complex. It is basic as fuck. And we hear this all the time when you talk to experts, when you talk to victims of domestic abuse. This is why this is what happens. Your abuser comes after you. And I challenge y'all to change the laws regarding restraining orders too, because if a person is going to the court and pled to court, this is what happened, and they present the evidence, and then this restraining order is granted, I believe that person should go to jail. And or y'all are putting the victim in somewhat of a program similar to where they would be in witness protection, where they have to move away and all this stuff, which is fucked up that the victim would have to uproot their life. But y'all would have to implement something like that, because there's too many cases that we see where somebody has had a restraining order against somebody and they end up dead. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. But this country was founded upon, criminals.
Mm-hmm.
We love to glorify and glamorize abusers.
Don't forget that, I believe domestic violence did not become a crime until 1960, 61, where it was actually a crime, considered a crime.
And the amount of domestic abuse that went up during COVID.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Some of y'all are just sick individuals. Many of you guys are. Whether you are on the abuser side and you are caping for them, y'all look crazy as hell. Kelly Price, you look crazy as hell. Let's pray for him. No. How about he properly apologize? And he's only doing this.
We're gonna get into that. Let's just talk about just the tape night right now. I got a whole setup for us with that. So just talk about the tape right now. We'll talk about the apology in a second.
So that's why I am very, very frustrated, because people are silly. Just the discourse around this alone. And I mean, I never thought I'd have to agree with Stephen A. Smith on something. And here I am. Y'all got to stop. I don't know what the hell is going on with 2024. Y'all showing out and y'all showing your ass, and it's exhausting. It was fun in games at first, but this is overwhelming in the most underwhelming way.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, I have a whole theory that Donald Trump becoming president is the reason that we're here, but that's a whole nother discussion we could have a little bit later on today when we have one of our other topics. But to me, man, seeing that tape, because a whole bunch of people, everybody knows my disposition against Diddy since '97 is on record. Yeah. There's actually even one of my homeboys sent me an article. I talked about Diddy in my college paper in 2002 about like him just being lame and stuff. So I was like, dang, it's documented.
Like this nigga for like 30 years.
But then they were like, man, you must feel vindicated. I was like, no, not for real, man. Yeah. I knew all this shit was going on with this dude, man. Like I didn't need all that. I read that court file. I knew that, and it was like, there was one funny thing before I keep it serious that I do want to say. It's been on my mind. There's one funny thing from that video. Only one. Okay. Hey man, how did that towel not fall off of him?
That's okay. That's the only thing, because you see him kind of hold it.
Yeah, but I need to get them towels from that hotel, because those hotel towels are amazing. Then, because I need to know how do you just run around.
At one point, you see him kind of holding it.
That's true. That's true.
But then it is maybe he like tucked it some kind of way as he held it and was doing that.
He never had a towel like that where I could just run around and like really like be aggressive with a towel on.
Man, I'm also,
but it was like sad, because if you look like the way it was almost horrific of like when you read a book and then you see the movie version of it, you're like, oh wow, like in your mind you may have imagined it a certain way from reading the court documentation, but then you seeing it and it's like everything she said
was right there,
hitting it, boom, 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 boom. I mean, damn near deep. Like, so I'm at the point now, I already believed it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and believe Lil Ryan. Let's go ahead and believe the young lady that was underage. Let's go ahead and believe anybody coming out. Look, you can tell me that Diddy was captured by aliens. I'm with it at this point.
I believe everything until y'all prove otherwise. I always, whether they are male or female, I know there's a discourse around believe Black women. I'm with all of that. You know what I mean? The interesting thing about this too is you have people coming out the woodworks, men in particular, talking about like their experience when they were around. And part of me wants to side eye them a little bit, because I understand you work for somebody and there are certain things in your contract and where you likely, and I could really see Diddy's contract like being so detailed and intricate where it probably acknowledges things like this where you didn't read the fine print.
If anything around me or around that's going on, you jammed up.
You cannot intervene unless it's somebody probably physically attacking him. You know what I mean? And that's the crazy part around all of this. And there have been some people I believe in the past.
But I have a question for you with that. What if there are people that did try to do something and that's why they ain't never had no career or anything happened for them?
I can see that.
And they're an example. So like you see, I'm not this artist. I'm not going to say that this happened with her. Like Sherry Denise, they got the song "I Love You." Let's say, for instance, she saw something and was going to say something, and now and then she got shelved and nothing happened with her career. And now other artists see that happened. So I already seen that example made her, and I'm not saying she did or not. I'm just using her as an example.
Yeah,
and other artists be like, you know what? I can't.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that. I played that song the other day for a friend because I was like, oh my God, I used to love this girl named Sherry Dennis or whatever. And the first single, because it sounded, the Neptunes produced that, because it sounded like, I know Jim Jones.
I think it might be my cousin.
Okay, because it sounded a little similar. Those chords sounded similar to "I Still Love You" by 702. That was produced by the Neptunes. But anyway, I could kind of see that. But also when it comes to music, I think that I'm not going to necessarily, unless you read something that I don't know about. Sometimes the market.
Ryan Leslie. and then it makes sense because it sounds like these other songs. The other joint with Jadakiss on dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah, you can hear it now. It's a particular chord, and low-key has similar chords to "Addicted" with him and Cassie.
Yep. So yes, Ryan Leslie produced and wrote it.
And so I'm not gonna blame that on that, but also we know how he potentially, like does his artists. Like I sent you a clip today about what Fred said from making the band. How when he went to, meet with several attorneys, one in particular said,
Hold on, I got that for you.
Oh, okay. Look at
I told you I got look. We gonna have fun and not fun, but we're gonna deep dive today.
Yeah.
Hold on, did it not click?
Shot. People keep telling me why they coming out now. Y'all never battled a billionaire. I had lawyers wouldn't even sue this nigga. Right now, statute of limitations, I can't even go back and get millions of dollars that they owed us that we could have sued them for. But no lawyer would take the case. I had one year lawyer. We sat on the phone. Nigga sat down and heard my whole story. He said, man. He said, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. You got a good case, man. I'm pretty sure you'll win. But he was like, I can't do it, Fred. He was like, I know some bad boy lawyers. I live around this environment. He just explained. I'm like, why y'all so scared of this pussy? I know, Suge know, Jimmy know, he pussy. You know what I'm saying? He just got the money. He can control the environment.
Yeah. All right. That's from Freddie P.
And that's what they do. And
the band, some people out younger may not remember the band. That's how long it does ago now, though, Dom.
Yeah.
The band was one of his group. Second.
I think it was like
the second making the band.
No, that was the first. That was the first.
No, the first one was O-Town.
No, yeah. I was gonna say like it was like the second version of that reality show.
So Danny the Kane was first with Diddy, and then it was them.
No, it was O-Town because it was on ABC.
Right, I mean, I'm talking about
growing up. So then from there, when it went to MTV, it was the band, then Danny the Kane, then Day 26.
Got you. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay.
So ultimately, you see this person that has like this power, and a lot of people, we see it all the time. A lot of people have yes men around them because that gives
another thing though, man. Shout out to Biggie Smalls. Today is his birthday, which is crazier in itself. Today is Notorious B.I.G.'s birthday.
Shoot.
I know.
He's shaking the ground from underground.
Yeah.
But so when you are put in those positions where and that's why a lot of the women, when we think about even the Me Too movement, the delay, or like you said, some women could have been blackballed for saying something about, Harvey Weinstein or some of these other execs in the room because of that alone. And so I want people to understand that money does equate to power in a lot of scenarios.
And it takes a lot of courage to do that.
Yeah.
To do that. A lot of courage. And I'm not excusing any of these people for if they did see something, didn't say nothing. But I look at it like maybe they didn't see something, but maybe they assume, maybe it's like, it don't seem right. Like maybe he wasn't doing like directly, like running the studio.
Some people probably could have quit. Just was like, you know what?
I got a wife. I got 2 kids, or I got a husband and 3 kids.
Yeah.
I need this. If I do this, my family isn't going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to position to put somebody in.
But that's how they always say that money also is the root of evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Good point.
I believe that I understand that it's hard and tricky for a lot of the different parties involved. And I think what's frustrating about all of this, like I said, there is this person that has so much power where even if somebody did tell, because some of these people might not have a name, a lot of things becomes a risk factor. Because think about
even bodily risk factor. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yep, I was including that as well because many people, I could be killed.
I mean, look, remember he did some shit himself. He hit Steve Stout up the side of his head with a champagne bottle, and he had to settle with him for over the Hate Me Now video with Nas.
Oh, see, I don't even know anything about that.
Oh, no. So that was
but I know who Steve Stout is.
Yeah. But if you notice, Nas ain't never messed with Diddy since Hate Me Now. Like they may have performed it, but you never seen a Nas Diddy song like that.
Yeah,
for real. Maybe it's like one other one. It's like another one, maybe one other song later on. But yeah, the story is, so if you remember Hate Me Now video, so with the crucifixion and all that stuff, right? Diddy did all that. There's a version with Diddy on the cross with Nas.
I feel like I remember that.
But some people may have. I only remember seeing it one time on MTV when it first came out.
Yeah, because I remember that video being very, very controversial.
Yes. And Diddy got mad about it because I guess he was under assumption that they were going to take him out or not put that in the video, and they did. Okay. And he ran up on Steve Stout and hit him with a champagne bottle, and Steve Stout had got a lawsuit on him.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's with another dude. So imagine how he is with women.
Oh yeah. But you run it up on me. You ain't punch me or anything like that. You gonna hit me with a weapon.
Another example. I'm just talking about the men, so y'all can just have a level set. Drake. We've been talking about Drake the last few weeks with the Kendrick thing. But Diddy allegedly or supposedly beat up Drake over that 100 beat, 52 100 beat, because it was Diddy's originally, and somehow Drake got it and put it out.
Oh yeah, I do remember them having they was tussling, but it's just a weird thing. It's just like you a big ass bully, and Diddy ain't did nothing no different than motherfucking fat ass Suge Knight. That was mean to say, but
he might be worse.
Because
he is worse. I would say he is worse
because Suge Knight always put his stuff out there for the most part, but Diddy, because there's so many different moving parts to Diddy, and I'm gonna say somewhat being, I'm not gonna say a smart businessman, but like a smart businessman. So where things are kind of under wraps, things you could probably look at the video. You paid the hotel $50K. Not to go to the police about it and to give you the video, and to you like you're ahead of the PR, like you're also taking care of the crisis PR as well. So I'm gonna say a little bit of smart, but it's just still manipulative.
And he always acts like he was above it, even with the East Coast West Coast stuff. Oh, I'm just all about peace, man. Blah blah blah. And now we got Keefe D saying that he has something to do with the with what happened to Pop.
Yeah.
Even though now he's coming back saying he not, because he on trial, and he said that he made up all this stuff. That's so funny now that he's like, and he's been campaigning on this for 10 years. So
yeah, I don't know. Like I think it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird that I don't know, but I'm also petty. If I was the hotel, I would have took the money and then still went to the cops.
Okay, so that was my next question I had written down for you.
Because I literally
how did this tape get out for real? Because I've heard 3 different things.
Well, Perez Hilton is saying that he paid the hotel off $50K, and I always wonder, well, Perez, how he would know that, because it was in the Cassie's thing. It was in Cassie's lawsuit that he paid $50K for a video. Oh, okay. See,
yeah, that's where he got that from. Cassie says what happened to me at the Ventura Hotel. He paid $50K to security to not have that come out.
Okay. So there
she thinks that. That's where everybody's getting that from.
But he also mentions that he likely thinks that this was seized during the raid, which I believe him. Which is also interesting because why would you keep that? Why wouldn't you destroy that?
Now that's my question.
So do you look at this like when people kill people and they keep
look at you being smart. Yes, okay. And you want to watch it. just like when people have tapes of them, whatever they're. I mean, we do it just in our regular lives. Like you got a tape of you playing basketball and you dunked on somebody.
Yeah,
like,
it's like a memento.
Hey man, check it out. Look when I dunked on LeBron back in '97. Or whatever. People like the mementos of their successes.
Yeah, so that's the only reason.
Their highlights, or their life highlights, I would say more than anything.
Which would make sense because there's no way in hell that I'm gonna keep an incriminating video of me doing something like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I was like. You some weird freaky. You a freaky ass nigga.
Now I got a small conspiracy to this.
Okay.
I think I think there was good investigative journalism. I think somebody from CNN was actually working on this.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody from Puffy's camp that did not delete it because they got it. I think Puffy is so big, he didn't have it personally. He told somebody else to make sure you go get it, make sure they delete it. But what if I hate your guts too? Damn. And I held on to it.
Damn.
For a rainy day for me, maybe. Just in case you come after me.
Yeah.
Because
that makes sense. I can rock with that. The thing about it is, though, people will be like, oh, somebody got to pay that. CNN does not pay for tapes. That person gave it to them directly because they wanted it to come out. Yeah. The only other thing I could think of is that somebody leaked it from the FBI. Because of the race. But
that's real, very, very, I mean, if that's very compromising for the Federal Bureau of Investigation to let something like that leak out.
But things like that happen all
I know, but that would compromise. I do have a friend as a Fed. He said that he told me that would be like people would be in trouble. Like he always told me before, no matter how much you dislike a president, like for the Secret Service, they're going to protect them because that means their job. They didn't do their job. So it can matter how much you hate Trump. They're going to protect him because if something happens to them, it's on their watch. Same principle is what
I understand that. I understand
from them. It's like, oh damn, the feds just letting any kind of shit just come out. I think it's somebody did not like him, or work for him, and Diddy was like, hey, go get that tape and give them 50 grand for it. And then, and did you get that tape? I got it. You got to delete it. Got it. You're cool. Good looking. And he never
imagine what happened in that bedroom.
Well, it's supposed to be blacked her eye, right? That's why she was trying to get up out of there.
Yeah, because I was gonna say in that sitting, that's what it looked like right there. But for him to be in the shower, what happened before he got in the shower where she crept out? Because
the I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
He had on socks. I thought they were in the bed sleep. He was sleeping in the bed because he had on socks still.
Oh, okay. I didn't see this. Listen,
he had on the stripe. Remember when Cat started wearing the striped socks again and was trying to, for the striped dress socks, the dress sock stripe. Yeah, he had on two.
Oh, okay. I see. I missed all of that because I was just like, wow, what the hell is going on?
At least in my mind, I'm thinking, some people keep socks on while they sleep. He might have been butt naked up under there, but had socks on because it's cold in the room because hotel rooms be getting cold if you want to keep the AC on. And he kept some socks on, and then he's like, this girl, let me grab this towel. Now, and people were like, how did not nobody else hear that? Because he probably rented the whole floor.
That's what I was that okay.
No, he probably rented the whole floor, Dom. If I'm Diddy and I'm like that, I'm buying the whole floor out. I'm not just getting one room. I'm Diddy.
I'm trying to understand.
I have the whole 7th floor.
I think that's plausible, right? I think that's plausible.
I have the whole 7th floor.
I'm trying to understand.
And it's hard to hear above the floors. So like someone on the 6th floor, and he's probably at the top in the penthouse section. And it seemed like it was in the daytime. So in the day, most people may be running around. If I'm in LA, we going out to eat. I'm in LA, you know, I'm
trying to understand, and I know staycations do happen.
But Diddy's renting out a floor. These celebrities do that all the time.
No. I'm saying that, but I'm just trying to understand. Like I said, I understand that staycations happen because I was like, how the hell y'all even in a hotel like that?
What weren't they? They were going to that. They were going to that gala.
That's what I'm about to say. It's like they must have been going to an event. Okay, so look, which is just still. I mean.
Either they were going to a gala, or they might have been coming back. They might have been coming back because he had on dress socks. So it might have been the day after the morning after the event because he had on dress socks. Still, like we just came from somewhere that was a nice event.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not even any, trying to understand it or anything not. Because at the end of the day, what I'm trying to figure out is how, like he was on her and you kicking me.
Yeah.
So I wanna shift this just a little bit.
Yep, you ready to go into the apology?
Well, I wasn't even gonna go there. I wanted to hop to Kim Porter's friend, Cola Booth, who many of us know dated Osama bin Laden.
Yes.
And she kind of gives us a little insight to a little bit of the history to Kim, Kim and Puffy, Cassie and Puffy in the early days, and how she had been very vocal, prior to even Kim's death about how abusive and crazy, Puff Daddy is, because I'm not gonna say was. And so she starts with, this Diddy thing is not a surprise, but it makes me remember the horrible way he treated my friend Kim Porter and how I've always silently held him responsible for her young death. And then she said, Diddy was a motherfucker. Y'all wouldn't even begin to believe the way that he treated Kim Porter. And ironically, Cassie back then allowed herself to be used to disrespect Kim in her own home. Cassie let herself be flaunted in Kim's face. Laughed at Diddy beating Kim was awful. I feel bad for Cassie for getting beat up like that. But I still remember when Cassie allowed herself to be used racially against Kim Porter as Diddy humiliated, beat, and repeat for Kim for years. Y'all have always hated me for talking real about these men, but they deserve it. She said, what y'all saw in that video of Diddy beating Cassie was nothing, in all caps. Would never forget the time he tried to make Kim Porter lick Cassie's tampon, always using Kim's race as a put down. You don't know about half of what these women go through with famous and powerful men, be they rappers, be they Bin Laden, be they actors. Y'all have no idea. Y'all always demonize the women, always. So that was just a portion of that, because the thread, continues, and people were asking her questions, and she was, responding to it and whatnot. But somebody said to her, I don't think it's right to compare abuse from situation to situation. I'm not point a finger or saying who was inflicted more pain should be heard louder. However, Cassie cracked the door so others could be heard. I'm sure that with the Tell All Kim book, Kim was writing a book. So this person, that's their lesson. So she said, I'm not comparing shit. I'm telling you what happened. Cassie ended up being treated the same as the same way as the women she replaced were treated. At first, it was cute because she was a teen, and it became and he was beating Kim, but later she became Kim. Those are the facts, and that's the real.
And Diddy loves to go after other people's girls too, man. If you notice that trend, that pattern as well. Ooh, it's some sadistic shit when you think of it like that.
Yep. Like,
because I wonder if he was doing that with Kim with Lisa.
Yeah. And see, it's even because I even said when I watched, there was something that I watched on Netflix with Misa.
The one about her, thing about her showing her career as a designer.
Yes. And so when she said how she was homeless pretty much, and I was like, okay, not saying that that's Puffy's responsibility, right?
Yeah, but she also right after that, I know she got the highest paternity case after that. In New York State history, for like child support. Highest child support in New York State history.
Yeah, and then because I was so confused, and that wasn't the first time I heard that. But if I'm raising your kid, you get Justin from time to time or whatever, and Justin was with you, how he tries to make it seem like all the time or a lot. At minimum, you should make sure that, and again, we're not married, it's not his responsibility. But if you got access and you know what I'm trying to do and you see me down bad, some people will really, they wouldn't look down, they would try to lift somebody up. And so he can't say anything about her career or how he was responsible for it because you were not. She really picked herself up by the bootstraps and got it out the mud. Like I'm like, even if it was just like, hey, I can't, help you like that or whatever, but you can make sure we got a place to stay. And at that time, I'm trying to think if Kim it might not even cross Misa's mind because by that time, she was dating somebody else. But some people would just look out,
allegedly Suge Knight.
Oh, that other girl.
No, Misa.
Well, no. She has a daughter.
I know, but I'm saying, allegedly, Suge Knight was dating her, like, because Suge Knight's a petty one too.
Oh, okay. I don't even know nothing about that.
Yeah, that's all my hip hop heads know about that. Allegedly, that was alleged. That was definitely alleged.
So I think that's the most frustrating thing about it all is just that the way that people are trying to.
Or is it alleged? It's Gene, because the Gene Deal is the one that said this. So is it alleged? At this point, do we just take Gene Deal?
Gene
Deal said that he was messing with Suge. So now I'm thinking in my head. I'm sorry. Should I say allegedly? If Gene Deal says it,
it might be true. Okay.
Hey, that's funny. Hey, I know Gene Deal. Look, y'all need to be running up his books or his streams. I'm subscribed to his podcast. I'm running it up with Gene.
So let's take a step back.
Yep.
I just want to go back to Cola Booth saying that Diddy tried to make Kim lick Cassie's tampon.
See, I don't want to get into that because that's when you get like super conjecturist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need the high level details. I don't need that.
No, I need that.
No. I didn't know.
And I'll tell you because, like you said, this also it adds value to it because of how sadistic this person is, how crazy and psychotic. What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that. You are a sick individual. I don't even think I've ever heard anything like that.
I mean, man, it's sad because this dude's got 7 kids too, man.
And so I was saying on the flip side, a lot of people are saying, I feel so sorry for those girls. I hope he wouldn't mistreat his kids or anything like that, which it can be true. Two can go, coexist. He can be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
I 100% believe that.
Yeah, the two can coexist.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the conversation.
But what's bugged out about this is because Cassie started messing with him in what, 04, 03, 03, 04 or something?
Probably like 05, 05, 06.
And he had twins with Kim in 2006.
Yeah. I told you how. So they were on the cover of Essence, which is really weird.
I remember that.
Yeah. You can't really pull that article up anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. And that's been a minute. Unless you do like a deep dive, but that link to in other places that had a link and you click it, it does not take you to that article.
You got to have
because in that article also you have Diddy mention how Kim's father even said to him something about, how he be with Kim off and on and you keep giving her these babies, but you're not marrying her. Like that's disrespectful. That's irresponsible.
They got the cover.
They got the cover, but they're not the article.
Oh, I found the article.
Okay.
Hold up. Nope. This is a newer article. Damn. Damn, you're right.
That's weird to me.
No. So if I click the picture of them to Diddy and Kim on the cover, it sends me to the article with his daughters. The article with him and his daughters. The one that came out like in 2021 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm clicking it now. It goes to Diddy's and daughters grace the cover of Essence.
Yep.
But if that's not the one I'm clicking on.
Nope.
I'm clicking on the one with him and Kim on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Maybe we should tweet Essence about that.
Yeah.
And say, since y'all want to be messy, answer this for us because we're just trying to understand because that makes no sense.
Dang. We finna hold on. Go ahead. Keep going as I pull this up.
No, and that's it. That's all. That is just messy. So you about to play the apology?
You already know I am.
You already know.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. And go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
All right, as a PR person and had to take classes as I did as well in undergraduate affairs, this is the dumbest thing that you could advise your client to be doing. Dumbest.
Yep.
The dumbest.
So this is what I mean. This and this is not to say that we were looking to protect him. So if this was our agency, we would say, hey, We strongly advise you against this. I would not do this. This video is out and it is what it is. There's nothing that you could say or do that is going to change what the fuck this is. Because even if you sent this to us first, the first thing I'm going to say is this. Now, 8 months ago, 6, 7 months ago, you put out a statement that we also told you not to put out. And you said that this girl was lying. You said that the things that not only was she lying, that the other people that have been coming toward you at you have been lying. Your attorney spoke out and said this, which we told you to tell them don't do. Like, I'm paying you. You don't do that. You paid it. Again, there's nothing you can do that's going to change the past because you're trying to look to the future instead of looking to right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so even in this video, why are you apologizing to me? Why are you saying I'm sorry? Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But you said but that didn't happen. So what is it? And then you don't even acknowledge. Really, you don't acknowledge Cassie. You don't say I've hurt people. I have done the work. And do I think that's possible? Yes. But the thing that makes me believe that you are lying as well is that how your eyes, you look a little soulless in your eyes. 2, the time frame of when Cassie filed that lawsuit. A few days before the statute of limitations will be up for her to sue you in civil court, because the statute of limitations for her to press charges had expired while y'all were in a relationship. You were still likely harassing that girl based on that alone. And you sit here, I've done this, and y'all niggas love going to God. I love when y'all do this bullshit. Y'all are what's wrong with Christianity. And y'all know that. And it's really bizarre that you say, I've done this, I've done that. When people low-key honestly have been talking and questioning your integrity for a long time. And so you're only acknowledging this because this video got dropped. At bare minimum, if you were going to do what the fuck you wanted to do, which I'm pretty sure his publicist said don't do, or they could have even been erratic. He could have been erratic and just did it, and then they just saw it and was like, what the fuck?
That's 100%. That's 100% what happened, Dom. Ain't no way. If you sent that to us, I'm like, hey, we got to change his passwords.
Yeah.
He just not going to be able to get in this shit. He can go do it on another account and maybe log into another account that nobody will know that it's really him. He can't do it. We need to change his password. Actually, we would have did that before when he started posting up the truth will come and all that. We should have took his passwords before.
Yep.
Then. Give me your password, Diddy.
Yep.
Give me your passwords. We're changing the passwords. But it's my personal. Nope. Give me your password.
You missed it.
Give me your passwords. We'll give them back to you in a year.
Yeah.
Everything that you posting, send through us from now on going forward. Period.
Yeah. And here's the weird thing is that we love that when people are
because honestly, if he was really sorry though, Dom, he would have paid that girl her money up front before we would have never known nothing about it.
Yep.
If he was really sorry, be like, dude, you know I did do some fucked up shit to you.
Yep.
You know what? Here.
Yep.
It's just like when a dude and I don't want to conflate these and make these equal, but like, our dude is doing a woman wrong and they divorce him or whatever. You be like, fuck it, take the 50.
Yeah.
Because I was on some bullshit, or you deserve this, and you know what? I did this. I did wrong, or maybe I didn't. I just want you to. I'm not even going to even stun on it. Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
No, that's real. And
Let's take it.
And I know men that do exactly that. Even in
a regular relationship.
Even in a regular ass relationship. Like I dated a guy one time, and he looked out for his wife after they got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, it's the least I can do. I wasn't always perfect. And then also he was just a really nice guy, but it's like I probably could have did right. I could have treated her better. So it just takes nothing to be a decent fucking human being. You act like it's so hard to be kind to people.
Can't be
really
kind.
be going on with y'all soul?
I don't get it, but I get it though, because it's Diddy, man. All these breadcrumbs were out here for y'all for years, and y'all called me a hater. I'm looking at all of y'all for years, friends, foes, all of y'all used to hate. Now I'm gonna give a story I've been wanting to give about Diddy that is transcendental. You know what? I was doing parties. We had an opportunity to get Diddy for a party. I vehemently declined it, and Cass was mad at me. This is back in 2011.
Okay. I was gone.
Yeah. But I mean, it would have been great because low key, one of the biggest parties in St. Louis history was when Diddy did the all white party at the pageant back in like 02, 03. Okay. It was like crazy. Like people was paying $400-$500 to get in. It was stupid at the pageants. You got to think about the whole people was dancing in the aisles of the damn thing. So like it was like a real crazy party. Yeah. And you got to think this is Diddy on top. Shit, the fucking Bad Boys for Life, Shake Your Tail Feather, all that shit was out then. So he was Diddy of the most Diddy. But 2011, I remember a couple of, I'm not gonna name those individuals on here on the podcast, but they know who they are. They listen. I was like, no, man, I'm not doing no business with dude. He gonna try. I wasn't even talking about. I didn't know about this abuse stuff with women. I just was like, he gonna try to do us dirty. I just was like, he gonna try to do us dirty.
You got to tell him no.
Yeah, it's gonna be something dirty. He gonna get here and say, I need 30 Cristal bottles or I ain't coming out. Something that's gonna be. I just seen the track record. I didn't need to be doing business with that man in general.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking to all y'all that was involved with that.
He's like, I saw this train ride coming from a mile away.
I didn't know the abuse. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not that clairvoyant. I just know he was not a dastardly individual. You know,
sometimes you just feel certain things about people. We can pick up on different energy, and so you're just like, I know this could be good for business and really elevate, what we got going on, but it's no.
Yeah, I was like, it was just not going to be a good look. I mean, it would have been a great look. Let me take that back. Been a great look, but I just felt like something could have went wrong and we would have got played somehow dealing with that man. And maybe not. It could have maybe been a beautiful thing. And then you'd have been having pictures of me, people posting pictures of me and Diddy online, like, look at D hanging out with Diddy. And then I got to get online here on this podcast here and explain myself.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting, and I think even what I just said about Diddy and how he's like, I talk to God and blah 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 blah. But Umar Johnson said something. Do you have the picture? Because I got it. Go
ahead. I forgot to put that up. I mean, pull that picture.
Okay. So Dr. Umar said, I'm not going to give this too much energy as we have far more important issues to address than what happened 10 years ago. However, this isn't the end for Diddy. TD Jakes will help him set up his own mega church. He will be saved and baptized and will probably make more money as a pulpit pimp than ever as a mogul. Puffy will arise from the ashes. Born again. And people are not understanding.
Umar is one of the best comedians. Like he might be.
He really is. But I think that's people are missing what he's saying here, because people are looking at that post like it is in support of Diddy, and what he's not saying that. He is saying what we see always happen. Like, look at the situation with Shia LaBeouf, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the people listening that might not know who Shia LaBeouf is, Shia LaBeouf was a Disney kid. He was in Even Stevens. He was in Holes. He went on to star in Transformer, along with a host of other movies, right? He was dating FKA Twigs, this black girl, British singer, kind of weird. She was Doja Cat before Doja Cat was out. She was dating him for a while where he abused her. And she's been in court suing him for years, and they keep pushing this court case back. He has beat her ass so bad where others have intervened. Like, he beat her one time at a gas station where people had to stop him from jumping on her.
Damn.
And he has acknowledged that, oh, I did her wrong or whatever. But like you said, she was suing him. And like you said, you could have just gave her, paid her some money or whatever. And not that is going to eliminate or delete the memories out of you. She said he beat her so bad and physically, emotionally, that her brain is rewired.
Damn.
She has PTSD from this man. And not to mention that he gave her an incurable STD.
Woo.
So I want people to walk with me here and understand what Umar is saying. He said, so Shia appeared on a red carpet yesterday or the day before yesterday, right? And so everybody's like, oh my God, it's been such a long time. He looks good, blah, 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 blah. Why are we praising this man? You couldn't be me. Y'all couldn't let me on the red carpet. Because I would be, they just pushed that girl court case back again. Because I'm not going to say, okay, so why does your attorney keep asking for a continuous on this case? Is that you guys are hoping that ultimately she will drop she and her attorneys will drop what happened? Why don't you just go and face the music? It ain't like you're going to jail.
Yeah. I mean, he might be.
And so ultimately, do I think that people can be rehabilitated and change and learn and grow? Absolutely. We are always evolving as human beings, and we always want to hope it's for the best. I have said this here. But in the case of this, I am not 110% sold because, like you said, I've done fucked up things in the past. I could have did this. I could have played this better. Blah, 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 blah. You wouldn't even, the moment those lawsuits was filed, like you said, I remember what I did to Rod. I did kind of put him in a compromising position. Let me, and at minimum, let me give you the money for the work that you did on the project, plus the revenue that we, got on those tracks or whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's the least I can do.
And you want to know another thing Diddy didn't do? And I know he wasn't fully down. I know that you can't count nobody's pockets. He could have got on that video and be like, I'm donating $25 million to the Domestic Violence Association because I'm going to help. If I can't help other women get through other situations like this, then they won't maybe good. Like if he had did something like that, because that's what money talks. Because he obviously cares about money because he's going back and forth with Cassie over money over these couple of dollars.
Yeah,
put your money where your mouth is, Diddy. You big boss hog. You a billionaire. 25 million to the Domestic Violence Association.
Yep.
And I'm gonna speak and I'm gonna come out and do like he should have had a plan of like my actions of what I'm going to do.
But because he just put this out at will, and we just supposed to take it.
He's delusional. Well, we knew that.
Yeah.
The idea that like I'm jammed up. If somebody came up on me or something, I know I did, and I got the bread. It's not like somebody trying to jam you up and you only make 100,000 a year, and they like I need 50. You like, well, god damn, we might have to fight this one because I ain't got 50 gonna put me in the hole. Diddy, you could just here go the bread. Nope, none of us would have found out about this. That shows non-hubris. The idea that he ain't even smart enough or have enough hubris to just say, you know what, Cassie, you right. I did all that. Or even in general, I don't want this getting out 30 mil. What did you ask for? 30 mil allegedly? Boom, take it.
Yeah.
NDA it up. Nobody would know about this. We would never know about any of this. He'd be still Mr. Take that. I still be called a hater. it would all be, you know what I'm saying?
No, seriously, because in that case, like you said with the NDA, she would have been able to talk about anything or say anything, write a book.
Yep.
And if she wrote a book, it would have to be kind of like names have been changed.
Yep.
Now you in a position where this girl can profit even more. And not that that's a bad thing. Like I said,
no. But I'm saying just
everything.
A smart humorous thing of like, you know what? I need to think ahead on this. Go ahead, Cassie. Go have fun with your little trainer dude. Here go your 30 mil. Y'all go live on a farm somewhere. Cool, I'm back. No harm, no foul, right, Cassie? Even though I know that sucks, even saying no harm, no foul. But I'm just going off the ego of Diddy, like no harm, no foul, Cassie. Here's 30 mil.
Yeah,
now sign this.
That's real. That's real.
But he didn't have that hubris to even think of that. Now, someone,
like I said, like
no. Someone that I love. We're gonna transition because it's been super serious.
Okay.
My favorite person was asked. One of my favorite people was asked to speak about the Cassie situation. Now, I want to put the first time that he was on national TV on a news station first before we go into his other video. And that they should have known that they should not have done it.
10-year-old kid imitates you, Cameron. What if he uses 4-letter words and develops a lifestyle based upon the street? Do you feel badly about that?
No, I don't. I'm making it cool to be smart.
All right.
I'm making it cool. Wait, let me.
It's not about business.
It's not about business for you because you feel like it might give you better ratings to portray something negative within the image of hip hop.
Negative. It's negative to make money, Mr. Dash, if you hurt children.
How do you hurt children by promoting to be an entrepreneur and a CEO?
Why you mad? Where'd you start? Current affair, right?
Bill O'Reilly is out.
Fired overnight.
Now, with that whole thing, now you mad? Like he's a troll. He's a dude. He's from Harlem. They are like that. They are like that. Now, I don't.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I know he acted a foreigner. Some people getting mad at Cameron for this, but I don't know who was in the PR room or the booking that thought that they was going to get Cameron, and he was going to talk about Diddy, and it was going to be a fruitful conversation. Here we go. It's not that long, y'all. It's that bad.
First, when you saw that video of Diddy, Cassie in.
First of all, we got the comment blow by blow on this one. So like as we commentating like we like watching the sports game. Yo, he's on there with straight sunglasses for people that are listening to audio.
And this Kango hat, and he looked fed up already. Because he looked up, he like, why? How am I here? Like this is look at his body. It's like
in that hotel. Did you recognize that Sean Combs?
What I want to say, first of all, when I seen the video, everything in the video is egregious. I'm against. I don't support all the charges that's alleged against him. I don't support any of that trafficking, minors, domestic violence. I'm totally against it. So when I seen the video, I was kind of upset with it.
Now, this is where it goes left right here, y'all. Like this point right here. Her next question. He's already agitated about being on here. First step. So I don't know if it's an interview. Once again, our journalism thing. If I'm encountering someone like this, I have to change up my style of questioning because they're already irritated coming into the interview.
Right. No, for sure.
And here we go with the second part. Here we go.
No, being that I know him, he's not necessarily a friend, but I was upset when I seen it. But
did you recognize
everything
him?
I just said.
Did you recognize that kind of anger at all from your experiences?
I don't know like that. What do you mean? Do I be recognized? Did I recognize him? I seen him. What do you mean my experiences? I seen him and I thought it was disgusting. I didn't do a zoom in to see if it was really him or not. He admitted it was him, so it was him.
What did you think about the apology that he gave?
All right, now this is the last part where it goes real left.
Okay, I just want to say this.
Go ahead. We commentating.
These are very remedial questions that she's asking him.
Yes.
And like you said, yes, she could have potentially on the fly said something else. She clearly probably is reading off a teleprompter.
I just said she's got to be. She's got to be. Like these are the questions in order.
Because I just told you I don't really know him, so I've been in spaces with him. I just told you what he did was egregious. I don't move like that. I don't do that to people. So it was so many other things that she could have said to him.
Mm-hmm.
Than that. Like, what did you think about his apology? Now, Cameron really should have said, I don't think about it at all. Like, I didn't think about it.
He's finna, no,
I know what's coming.
That other video.
Ain't me for this. The apology ain't for me to decide. For Cassie. What I think about it don't matter. He ain't do nothing to me. Cassie need to ask Cassie if she accept the apology. I told you how I feel. I said what I said.
I want to play a conversation that you had on your podcast.
Now this is because I think they thought they was getting maced on accident.
Oh my God, that would make sense.
I think somebody in production didn't know that because they assumed that he was around like that because they do the show together.
Yeah, because I was like,
and Mace might have been like, "Oh, I got to do some of my kids or something like that." Well, I mean, what's the other guy? Cameron, is he available?
Yeah, that makes
Diddy
more
too,
sense.
right?
That makes, oh my God, that makes way more sense.
He's around Diddy, right?
Like, what he got to do? Okay.
Hold on, I think
back
she actually
in September with Mace. Mm-hmm. Listen.
Yeah.
When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and not Bad Boy?
Man, it's almost gonna bring me to tears to say this. I just, being that I saw you as such a good friend, I wanted to put you with somebody I knew with.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram, man. Don't have me just out here crying and shit, man. I don't want to get emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Hold on. Somebody didn't edit that. They let shit through on CNN. Did you notice that? Did you hear that?
I didn't even peep that.
They didn't edit this video. Somebody just put it up. Because he said, you know, all that shit.
Oh, well, you know, it was, they could take the fine. They can afford it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Can you tell us a little?
Now, for y'all that's just listening on audio. Now, if y'all see his face, he's like, he looked like, bitch, you trying to set me up? Yeah, that's the way he looks right there.
He looks so irritated. So irritated.
And now we are going to get the trolling Cameron now. Now he's like, oh, you trying to set me up? Now it's time for me to troll.
A bit more about that. I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint. I'm just going off what Mace said. Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. But my show does come on at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's called It Is What It Is. And y'all make sure y'all check it out. I mean, I might get some more information out of Mace from there. But for me to tell you how Puff act and all that, I don't know. I never was signed to him.
Yeah. What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people are...
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Why is she continuing to interview him?
It is pulling teeth. It is pulling teeth. It is.
I will give her credit for professionalism.
I will give her credit for that.
I will give her credit for keeping her professionalism here.
I love how Cameron just slid in the little free promo because he know that it's millions of people potentially watching this.
Ain't gonna want to see what Mace got to say.
Yeah, and see what he has to say. So I like that.
Hold on, we almost done. Yeah.
Pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint? Wow, and I don't be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah, man, come on, man.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time tonight.
But also, I'm not as a journalist. There's so many. She seems dry. Yes. And not really engaging in what is happening.
So Dom, as we wrap up this segment, go to our next. You were interviewing him. How are you coming on? Like, I need you to interview Cam, Dom. How are you starting the interview or doing an interview with Cam?
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna ask what you literally said. Cameron was signed to Dipset, which is a part of like a
it was entertainment at first. He was on like Lance Under Riviera's.
Yeah, I'm like, well, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so this is whole like that. So I'm trying to understand what is it that we're trying to get from him. So this is me to my producers.
Okay,
right.
Okay.
So that's the conversation. Okay, yeah, I have no answer.
But he has the same show with the guy Mace. I mean, they're all the same.
I'm like, why isn't it Mace? So, okay, all right, y'all don't know. Okay, and he hearing that he already mic'd up. All right,
he already mic'd up.
Okay, Cameron. We noticed that you have a great relationship with Mace, who at one point was signed to Bad Boy Records. Can you give us a little insight to what has gone on, or maybe some of the things that Mace has said to you in regards to his relationship with Puff Daddy? Okay, that's a pretty solid question.
Yep.
Okay, I don't really know. You scooty woody tooty fruity blah blah blah. And I'm doing this because that's how Smino did his Cameron impersonation when we was on that show together. Yeah. But okay, so you don't have any insight. He hasn't shared anything with you. Was there anybody around you? You know, we noticed that you also hung with this person and that person that might have been signed to Bad Boy. Had they said anything to you? Okay, so you saw the same video that we all saw. How did that make you feel? Then he could say the thing about it being egregious, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Cameron, is there anything else that you would like to say that he could promote his show? Because he's not going to give me what I need anyway. And then we wrapping it up, and then we going on to the next thing.
And everybody's been like, dang, Cam, you know, blah, blah. He was a little bit dry on there, but oh well. And it just been going on. It wouldn't have been.
Did he say, I'm getting some cheeks tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
He said after this, so it was like like one of those sex drinks I think he took.
Yeah, it was like he did horny goat weed.
Some get some cheeks out there.
So I think that was a waste of our time. It was a waste of
no, it wasn't. It wasn't a waste of time. That 3 minutes was magnificent.
And I don't think, and I'm not, and to be honest, and as somebody who is trained, I have a degree, I'm not offended by how he was acting. I think there was just like a lot of confusion out the gate. Mm-hmm. So he said, like, who booked me for this or who did this? I'm confused because this is not even on brand for who I even am or what my show is. And then you got this dry ass woman out here with too much blush trying to have this conversation with me about shit I don't care about.
Now, Dom, I could see a double troll going on here. I just thought about something. They thought they was going to get Mace potentially. Got Cameron, or Cameron know they was gonna be bullshitting with these questions, so he came in to troll and promote the show because it was like, well, dang, we really want Mace, or whatever. He's like, well, Mace busy, or you know, whatever reason Mace didn't do it, and then Cameron would be like, dude, I'm just gonna run up on there and promote the show.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna talk about nothing. I'm gonna promote the show. Watch.
Yeah, because I'm definitely.
He might not even been perturbed. That might have been a whole troll. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I believe you, and that's why I said shit, because you got me like, okay, you said it come on at 8 a.m. on Monday. All right, let me subscribe and set an alert. to see what he say about that, and see what their conversation is going to be, because I can see Mace. Why you go on there and say you about to get some cheeks? You know
why you do that, Killer?
Why you do that to that black woman?
Come on, Killer. You can't do. I mean, I'm just saying. I was gonna get ready to go get some. You know.
Yeah,
and we're talking about this and that. I don't know, Puff.
And Cameron, let's just say this: you might need to get Blue Chew, because Blue Chew might be a healthier alternative to whatever you just slurped out of.
I thought he was promoting something because he sat there with it and put it up like this. I wonder if
he did. And that could have been what it was. Maybe that's one of their partners.
Yeah, so, he was promoting something.
No, that was funny. Hey man, who booked me for this joint?
He probably known the whole time they was gonna be BSing like this. Like he went in to do this. Oh, but that's on CNN. Y'all didn't see what happened with Bill O'Reilly when they invited him and Dame on? Come on, man. You can't. You got to have a professional hip hop journalist to do this that is from the culture.
Yeah.
And just because she black, and they probably thought just because she black that she from the culture, and obviously she not to not know how to question the camera on and know this is a troll job.
Well, it was just weird. It was weird.
All right, this one is an interesting one since we were talking about abuse, and this one was something I came up on. Hold on. It was very interesting. It talks about how we were talking about before, how people have to be hardline with their
boundaries.
But like how they treat family when
there was a pedophile. But it was just a very heavy thing. It was very divisive in my family, obviously. I have a tremendous amount of empathy for my mom and dad because I know that my dad did not molest my brother. He was molested by a coach and a priest. I have the most empathy for his victims, though. So I had no relationship with him once I found that out.
How did you find it out?
His wife told me. And
oh, wow, that's heavy.
Really heavy. And not everyone in the family believed her. He was also physically abusive to her. Also, just to be told as a 10-year-old, oh, by the way, your brother molests children and he beats me. And then he did beat that woman up right in front of me and my sister and brother. And it was such a violent act and it was so intense. And that was the first time my parents had to deal with that part of his personality. He went to prison and then he died. He overdosed of crack.
Wow.
So he was homeless. And sometimes I would see him if I was going to an audition.
What would you do?
I would keep driving. I don't support pedophiles.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I had a.
Yeah, so that is Kathi Griffin, View, comedian, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And we're talking about when like she gave a hard line stance of like, my brother's doing that. I ain't dealt with him since then.
Yeah. I'm really firm on boundaries as an adult and cutting stuff off. And if it don't work for me, if it don't make me feel good. And sometimes what happens is people try to get you to bend them and be flexible. Oh, it's only for a moment in time or whatever, and then it'll just be over. You know, I told you I have a writer for when I come home when it comes to me and my mom. You know, these are the yeses, these are the no's, and I understand if you feel
a writer for your mom.
Yeah. And I said if there are I understand if you cannot adhere to them, but then that means that we could, you know, do things in a different setting, but I won't be partaking or being around certain people. That's just not for me. And, you know, and I don't want to put other people's business out there, but there are a lot of people that feel similar to me, and that's just it. So, but if you feel like this person cannot not be around, and family will do that to you. Like it happened over the holiday, and this one only slipped through the cracks because I surprised my mom, and I didn't want to go home, but I did. You know what I mean? Because I knew what those things would be, and I knew, especially at the holiday, like where my mom would not been. And then there was like another situation that happened where she put like my cousin kind of in a compromising situation, and I told her, and when I talked to my cousin about it, I was like, "Did she tell you XYZ?" She said she did tell me, but she, you know, really wanted to see me. And I said, "Well, you can't do things like that. And I just told her, I said, I'm big on that. I said, it's a no, because my peace of mind, when I walk out the front door at your house, I have to go back to my life, and I'm having to put on a show and show up for you when I'm not showing up for myself. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And
so I commend Kathi Griffin for doing that. Even for me, you know about situations that I've had with my father.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's enough for me, dog. Block. And let me make sure all y'all know that y'all are blocked. And so it's frustrating, right? And so people don't understand what that looks like. And I think in our culture, and I'm not going to limit it to our culture, in a lot of different cultures, because white people, I'm going to say this. One thing that for the most part white people be on for real is severing ties. They don't care how many bitches they burn. They just hope that they like the way. Because
I'm giving people a perfect example for this Missouri. When the last time you heard about Brad Pitt being back to Sedalia, Missouri? That full pleasure fraternity at Mizzou. He did all that stuff. When the last time you saw him at a Mizzou football game? Even going back to his town, like, oh, I'm back to Sedalia. You ain't never seen Brad Pitt back.
You ain't never seen that. And even speaking of Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, in her book, talking about how her mom treated her and used to, say she was like the ugly duckling, talk about her nose, like all of these things, and she don't fuck with her mama. You got Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly wrote a book, Thank God My Mom, died, or something like that. Whatever the name of that book is, that was a New York bestseller, a New York Times bestseller. And so we hear that a lot, and we're always told, well, life is short, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, life is short. They know that. So why did they treat me like shit? Why did they do terrible things to me? Why did they do terrible things to the people around them? And a lot of times you got to watch how people treat people around you. Because you be like, I know we don't interact like that, but there's still something that could switch, and you can switch up on me.
As the great Genuine said, what's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
If she'll do it to you, she'll do it to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we don't talk about pedophilia enough in our community, and the interactions that people have. We just keep moving because you don't want to have so and so go to jail. We already covered this. No, he's a creep. She's a creep. Yeah. They need to go to jail. They should reap the repercussions of their actions. Go to jail. I don't know what that looks like for. Bye.
And that's crazy. It's not crazy. I commend Kathi for that, but I'm assuming if her brother was working on himself and trying to get himself correct, that she would have gotten back around. But obviously, it looks like he wasn't trying to do anything for himself to atone for his pants surgery, even though he was actually molested himself as well.
Yeah.
But he didn't try to do anything to try to do the work. He died of crack.
Yeah.
But then I'm looking here now. It says it was in his mother's arms, and their mother's arms.
He died.
In 2001, he died.
So I think also that also goes back to, when we think about people kind of like that boy that has songs that were top songs that some people in our community can't let go of. And you hear what happened to him and his brother turned out one way and he turned out a different way. And I don't know if he ever, and I think they did tell their mom. But but even at that point, which I understand, we're starting to really slowly get into, therapy and things like that in our community. But maybe he went and talked to a counselor about it, a lot of those things that he did to those young girls might not have happened. Just being completely honest, because you're aware of what happened to you. And while hurt people do hurt people, there's some sort of tipping and breaking point there where it's it's like, okay, this is wrong. Like your conscience doesn't kick in.
No, it's just nothing there, nothing. But that's a chemical or mental imbalance at that point.
Yeah. Talking about they said I hog tie. I don't even know how to hog. I don't know how to hog tie. Okay.
All right. So, do you? This one. Hold on. Hold on. I'm just gonna share this. How do you feel about this right here? Hold on. Oh, that's not doing what I wanted to do. Hold on, y'all. Give me a sec. All right. Oh, snap. It's messing up. All right. As I do that, as I pull it up, because I got to end up sharing it, looks like another way. But Amber Rose, man.
I don't know what y'all want from Amber Rose.
Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen here.
You know,
I'm gonna share my. Hold on. This will give people some contexture that they can kind of rock with. All right, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know what it is that y'all want from Amber Rose. I'm just being honest, because Amber Rose isn't black. And not that has anything to do with anything.
She's half black. She's half black, right?
No, she's not.
Yeah, she's Cape Verdean. What are you talking about?
No, but she does not identify as black.
Oh, I think, but it don't matter who she identifies.
No. But that's the same thing we talk about with, like, you get with some Dominicans, you get that with some Brazilians, or whatever.
Yeah.
So she feels like, because, like, when you see her parents, they don't appear as Afro. The Cape Verdean, they would be the islands, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like an island off the coast of Africa. But it was a slave area in
so
Africa.
Yes, white people infiltrated, colonized, whatever.
I mean, her mom looks pretty dark, yo.
She Amber felt Rose like those are her words.
Amber Rose's mom looks pretty dark, like my complexion.
I'm going off of what the hell came out of her mouth.
She said, I'm looking at a picture of her.
I'm like, her words, not mine. Look. So with that being said, I don't know again what we want or expect from Amber Rose, because to me, like, cute girl, yeah, you dabble in black culture, but you're not doing nothing no different than, like, not to be funny, like a Kardashian or anybody else. So I don't know what I'm supposed to expect from her. This isn't shocking to me. This is like, that's a little weird, but whatever. But also, we have to also remember too that at the end of the day, just because somebody don't necessarily believe in your political party and your views, does that mean that we should hate them? Though we know that her being in this photo with Trump, like,
I know, endorsing him too.
Yeah, 95% of the things that he says goes against your views and your beliefs.
That's the thing. That's the thing that doesn't make sense.
But a lot of times, this is what I've learned.
Well, I end up seeing. Did you see the Shade Room comment she put up? Her biggest issue is trans women playing. Trans women playing women's sports. That's what she said. That's the reason she was riding with Trump.
Okay, so here's the thing: is you have to allow people. Though we understand, I'm sorry, I keep hitting this mic. Though we understand that people are entitled to their views and opinions, their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, we know what that looks like when you have some form of celebrity with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What she's saying or what she's doing could be, detrimental to her brand. It might not be detrimental to her brand. And you just kind of, and though we might not agree with it, you just kind of got to let people be and have that free space, that free range to say what they want to say. Though, again, when you step into a certain realm of celebrity, those things become off limits to you. I don't think that, and I'm not gonna say that, oh, Amber Rose probably doesn't have a fan base where she can influence how they're voting. I'm not gonna say that. But I don't even think I follow Amber Rose.
Yeah.
So when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is some, some clickbaity thing.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all. Because it's kind of on brand for some people like that.
I mean, you dated Kanye West. You know what I mean? So it is nothing at this point shocks me anymore. And that's why I was saying, okay, what is it that Black people want from Amber Rose? You had people in those comments saying, oh, I'm unfollowing you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and let's be for real, man. What talent does Amber Rose have for real? No, I mean, that's one of my things of like, and y'all don't give me the whole model thing. I'm telling, no, I know I know real Ford models and stuff like that. Those are real talents to be able to do that and rock a runway, the official route and do all that. Amber Rose is known because she's Kanye's ex. That's how we all know her.
Yeah,
that's how we all know her.
That is real. And now you Wiz Khalifa baby mama, like that's what we know.
Yeah. You like to mess with talented rappers. Well, before this new one or whatever, the one that's messing with Cher.
Oh yeah, well see, okay, funny story. That he used to be in a group back in the day, and then it was like around B2K time. They was in a group called 4 Deep, and then
they were singing a singer group.
They was rapper. They looked like they were rapper. I feel like they was like. Yeah, it was a group called 4 Deep, and then he was that guy that her baby daddy was in that group, and then he still stayed in music, and then that's how you get him. He's like a music exec somewhere.
Right, he's at Def Jam. He's at Def Jam. It says.
Yeah, which somehow I'm still interested to know how he met Cher. I'm gonna have to look that up because I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
That's amazing, though. I ain't hating on that man for doing that.
So
I mean, I guess, Amber Rose is what she is, man. I mean, it is.
Yeah, I don't have no expectations, and she'll come out later. It'll be something that happens if and when Trump gets reelected, and he'll say or do something, and then she'll retract what she did as if it's not on the internet for the rest of eternity. Because that's what always happens.
Yeah. Well, God.
And half of these people always, anyway, they tell the public, like facing public like one thing, and then they go back, they go into their booth. Yeah, they do it all the time.
Are they going to that pole? They go into that booth and pull that lever for somebody else? You'd be like, damn.
Yeah, all the time. That's why I'm not like the hugest fan of the feminist movement and all of that, because y'all don't practice what y'all preach. When Trump was elected, it was like some outrageous amount of white women that voted for him. It was almost just as, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been higher than men, the white men. And I'm like, yeah, but y'all want me to walk down fucking Olive downtown LA singing Kumbaya.
50% of
that's what it was like 50 something percent of white women
would have voted for Trump.
Talking about I am woman, hear me roar. No, bitch, not interested. Though I do like that song.
So hold on, that was in 2020 that 52% of white women did. It's more than that.
That's what I'm telling you. Like,
it's 54% for 2016.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah,
well, God speak to you, Amber Rose. I hope this works out for you. If you're trying to grift, I don't know, if you are, because I know some of y'all be realizing that line is a little bit shorter to get into to try to get some publicity. Is if you go to that Republican conservative side. The only problem is you can't return, or it's hard to return. I don't know anybody that's done it. Has anyone done it successfully? Has anyone went to support? I guess maybe back in the day people did, because like James Brown supported like Nixon, and I believe Sammy Davis Jr. did as well, and we brought them back. But Amber Rose, you don't have that much talent to come back, so I don't even think you're not one of the best entertainers of all time as Sammy Davis Jr. and you're not one of the people that helped create soul funk music as James Brown. You don't have any of those, so I don't think you could come back after this. And it's going to be interesting to see and why she made this move like this. But Godspeed to you, though, Amber. Dom, where can people hit you up at?
Y'all can find me at St. Angeles on Instagram, and yeah, look out for the latest episode.
Yes, everybody go over there and find for the new episode. She's been working on for like 3 weeks.
Listen, Daryl, he know like 74% uploaded on my YouTube, and it's still uploaded on my Spotify, because I wasn't about to go and then do this whole thing with the audio separately. I was not. So video is being uploaded to Spotify as well, and there'll be audio on Apple and everywhere else you podcast.
So I'm doing it all at one time.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Right, thank you for listening, man. Shout out to any women that have been through domestic violence or anything that they have had to happen to them, man. Like, hope this opens up some people's eyes on the idea of it. And I hope it wasn't triggering for y'all with the, all the stuff with the Diddy. And Diddy, man, you done for, man. Fuck you, dog. I've been saying fuck you for a long time, but now I'm standing on it. I mean, I'm not standing on it. Now I can openly say fuck you. Fuck you, dog.
Yeah, hopefully, like what Umar said does not happen, though. Like,
no, I wonder, but as we wrap up here, I thought about something there. Umar saying that's not going to stop people from letting him do that.
Right? No, and that's what he's saying. Like that was the thing. Like that's what I was wanting people to understand. I'm like, this isn't a support thing. He's telling y'all what is going to happen.
What's the blueprint? But now people are going to be like, oh, well, we ain't letting that happen either.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because he buddies. Never mind. Let me stop. That's
defamation.
Nope.
Don't do it. We out. Peace.